Hi, do you know what my thoughts are today? And today we'll be talking about, I want to help my friends on the left, my Democratic friends and socialist friends, everybody on the left. I want to help them today. Now, the way you might think I don't want to help them because of the title to today's vlog, which is, I said, do Democrats belong in prison, or should they be in prison? And, number one, that's fair enough. I mean, fair is fair, right? And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. Because that's where they would love to see all of us. Democrats would love to see, there's a lot of Democrats that think we belong in, just listen to your average House of Representatives, your Democratic representative especially. They're a little saner. It's a low bar, a little saner in the senators in the Senate. The House, some of them are just really bonkers. I don't want to get off too much on a tangent. I don't have to. Just YouTube up some hearings and listen to Jamie to Jasmine Crockett for 5 seconds, and you'll get my drift. But anyways, and you'll agree with me. But anyways, Republicans, we would not be too happy. Well, we already know because of these people the January 6th people wandering in the building, just outside the building, called the whole thing an insurrection, and just had thousands it was a riot. It was not an insurrection. It was a riot, and there were some people who should be in prison, those who were violent, but that's not most of them. But the Democrats, they called it an insurrection, and they wanted all of us in prison. Now, what they're getting wrong is, number one, we did not belong in prison, and I'm asking, though, whether Democrats belong in prison, not because of something. Be clear on this, not because of something they did, never mind all the riots, all the burning buildings, all the violence, the Black Lives Matter riots, and I could go on, but that's not why. I think they should go to prison. They should want to be in prison. Democrats should want to be in prison. I think they would be happy there. That's basically it. I think Democrats would be very happy in prison. I think that, you see how I haven't seen a happy liberal in quite a while. Maybe Bill Maher, if you're talking about celebrities, he seems to be on a pretty even keel. But a lot of just angry, and not too happy in society. They want to change society to make it, frankly, more like prison, as you'll see in a moment. They would like the United States to be like a prison, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. And I have to give, I don't know the name of the person, so I can't give, accurate credit. I can't credit the person. I don't know who did it, but somebody made a very good argument and created a meme explaining why Democrats should be in prison, why they belong in prison, not because they're criminals, but because they would be happy there. They would be very happy in prison. Let's just go down the list. Prison is a perfect place for liberals. Think about it. Number one, everyone is treated equally. Number two, free food. Number three, free health care for everyone. 4, no one has guns except for the guards. And 5, no cars and no gas. Now, the only thing where I would have a little quibble there, number 4, no one has guns except for the guards. But if they want to defund the police, as some of these people, or a lot of these people on the left want to, maybe they would want to defund the prison guards. And so we'll have to see how that works out. But overall, everything, everybody treated the same. Nobody's wealthier than anybody else, right? They're all, making, 50 cents an hour, whatever they get, for stamping out license plates, whatever they do these days. I don't think they do that anymore. Anyways, They have a yard, though. There's a prison yard where, as long as they behave, because they're solitary confinement, but as long as they behave, nice yard, outdoors, enjoy the outdoors, and they can play in the yard. And then they can all communal living, big cafeteria where they all eat together, and everybody is dressed just like in China with the Mao suits. Remember the old days, the Cultural Revolution, and everybody wearing those gray Mao suits? Well, you would have gray or orange prison uniforms. Everybody dressed the same, and clothing provided for free, okay? Washed, laundered for free, and free healthcare. Free healthcare for everyone, okay? And no one has guns, we said, except the guards, and no cars, and no gas. And that's, if you're against fossil fuels, there you go. So I don't know. I don't know why a liberal would not want to be in prison. I mean, it's just, number one, as I said, that's what they want the country to be like, in a way, right? And, I guess the only thing would be maybe not a lot of space, but not a lot of space. But you see some of those cells, and I told you I lived in Manhattan, New York City for 40 years, and I can tell you that some of those apartments are not much bigger than a prison cell, and you have to pay for it. It's not given to you for free. And I just could go on and on about how I love to hear, from you liberals out there, how many of you would like to, all you have to do is, walk in, that's your problems. That's the problem. If you go to, you'd have to go to like a red state and do some, try to rob a bank or hold up a liquor store or something, and then you'd get sent to prison, and you'd have all these advantages I talked about. Now, the problem is, if you're a liberal, you may, say, live in New York, as I just mentioned, or Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the problem is there, you could commit a crime to get into prison and get all that free stuff that I mentioned, but the problem is that they would just let you out, maybe 10 minutes later. So, getting into prison in New York would be I don't know what you have to do short of murder, which I'm not advising, suffer in the real world instead of enjoying prison. Don't kill somebody to get into prison. But short of that, I don't know what you can do in a blue city, in a liberal city, to get into prison. So that's, there's every cloud has, a silver lining, but you still have the cloud there. And, you'll figure it out. If you really want to be happy, you'll want to be in prison, and you'll figure out a way to get there. And I'm sure that we conservatives, a lot of us would be happy to work with you to find a way for you to get into prison. So there you go. That's everything for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. Oh, did I say your comments are welcome? They are. And subscribe and, yada, yada, yada. But most of all, I'd like to see you all again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.